Okay, part two of how you kind of do these things. And in part one, I talked about the three types of evasion: pace, crookedness, and invertedness. And then I also started talking about how you're going to go through the process of these different things that you kind of have to work over time. So how did I do it with this pony in this video you're going to see in a minute? First and foremost, the pony had a pace evasion. So I spent a lot of time doing groundwork with her just to teach her to be calm and relaxed and to feel comfortable stretching out without the weight of a person on her back. Then when I got on her back, I said, we are going to have a rhythm. It's going to be my rhythm, and it's never going to change. And if you want to go faster, I don't care. If you want to go slower, I don't care. But I decide the rhythm. If I want to go this speed, you go this speed with me. And I did that with my posting rhythm, and I would either bring my energy in or make my energy a little bigger. That I just was like a metronome. I was like a metronome for a piano. And sometimes horses try to convince me to speed up with them, and they'll start the next step of the trot pace before I've sat all the way down, and you'll feel this should go up to down, up to down. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, like this. I ignore it. I say it's super annoying. Super annoying. If you don't like it, maybe you should join my pace. And I set a rhythm first and foremost. I didn't care about our track. I didn't care where her head was. I didn't care if she's a little bit crooked. I just wanted a calm, relaxed pace. Stayed out of her mouth. Super long reins. I'm allergic to the reins. I don't like touching them. I don't like dealing with them. So super long rein. And I set my pace. Then I started adding my leg, and I explained what my leg meant. So what I tell my kids all the time is leg is like the word. If they're really little, I say to, but if they're older, I think there is a better word. And I say, spell the word there. And they look at me and go, which one? And I say, precisely. There's 3 types of there. And if I tell you a sentence, spell me there as in, look at that cute pony over there, then you know what to do, right? So when you put your leg on, the rest of your body language and cues explains what that leg means. Is my leg on to make you move off it to the other direction, like left to move right, right to move left? If I'm looking to the right and I use my outside left leg, that means turn to a younger horse. For a more advanced horse, maybe it's out to out haunch turn, right? But if I look to the left, my left leg means move out into a bend, right? If I put my leg on, if I've got really low energy and I sink and I go, whoa, that means right up into my hand to a nice soft downward. If I put my leg on and I got my energy up, that means go faster. You have to explain what your leg means. So that's your next step, is calm the energy, put your leg on, and start explaining what it means, okay? Once you've got the pace a little bit more under control, then you start using your leg with a little bit of rein, usually opposite pairs, to try to create some symmetry and some balance. So if they get a little crooked left, it's a little left to right. If they get a little crooked right, right to left. You're just kind of keeping it in this little box between your legs and your hands. You're just kind of keeping a square shape. And then once you've done all that, and you put a little more leg on and they start to come through their back and push a little more and their head goes down, you let it go down. You release and let it go. It's going to come back up because they aren't physically capable of holding it. Just like if you shoved me down and made me touch my toes, I might be able to do it for a little bit, but I can't stay there for 20 minutes. You'll hurt me. So you are very allowing. It's a very, very patient process to go from this to that. This to that is a little bit quicker. So without further ado, let's watch a video of Luna, the Wonder Pony, who's so freaking cute, trying to figure out how to be ridden. Now this isn't the best video, but it's the longest one I had. So you'll see I've established a pace, and now I'm asking her to move forward. And look, there's the stretch. And she did it. And then she came up, but not all the way. So she's trying. Then she looked a little bit at this rider, or the kid sitting there. So she kind of bulged towards the right, and then I had to straighten her up again, and in the turn, I was able to get her to really kind of think about it again. Here, I think she does a pretty big stretch, and I allow her to stretch, but our rhythm stays the same, and we keep her straight. And through this corner, she gets really through her right shoulder, so I lose it all, so then I just start over. See? And so, yeah, you can see there's a lot of moments that are like this, that are just not ideal, but we also have moments of the other. We have a lot of moments of this happening. And what you want to do is just as time goes on, you have more of this than the other. And then once this gets pretty like typical, that's what you do most of the time, then you can start adding a little more contact, ride it up into your hand, make it a little rounder, and hopefully things will just stabilize out. Then you can start asking more, and you can start doing things like ground poles to kind of help her lift up, and you can start adding in more complicated turns and stuff like that to help her understand how to move her body around. But it's a process. You can't go from that inverted gross picture to a really nice up in the bridle because she couldn't do it. So I hope that explains a little bit how you do it. And if you are looking for a trainer, I would absolutely just ask them questions about biomechanics and how they understand that the body works. And if they are super reliant on gadgets, to me, that wouldn't be someone I would want to ride with.